Well, Moses, it was a big night for the Holy Rosary Raiders with some football hardware handed out.
Yeah, you know what? It was an interesting season for them. They did finish 4-3, lost in the semifinals, but last night they kind of recapped all that in a good way, looking back on their season as they held their annual awards banquet. Matt Schumont has more.
After an up-and-down season, the Raiders still had many reasons to celebrate at the team's banquet. Quarterback Colton Hippe finished the season throwing for over 1,100 yards and tossing 13 touchdown passes and was an easy choice for Wheatland Football League's Quarterback of the Year. And there'll always be that moment Colton will never forget.
Our win under the lights. I think that game we just all went out there. It was the first game under the lights for Holy Rosary, so I think we just all went out there and wanted to have fun and just fly around and play football.
He's got a future in football if he wants it. He's a great leader. He shows really good poise on the football field. He's more of a quiet leader where Bray is fairly vocal. Colton just gets it done on the field.
Linebacker Duncan was named Wheatland Football League Co-Defensive Player of the Year in his second year at Holy Rosary. The senior finished the season with a league-high 58 tackles and 3 interceptions.
Well, it means a lot to be recognized for something like this. You know, all year I just went out there and gave it everything I could, and it really means a lot.
I'm not surprised because he is a great player. He had a fantastic year, and the growth that he's shown as a football player is just awesome. To see a kid commit himself to getting better, he just proved that if you work hard, you can do it.
The final award of the night went to running back Bray Josue as he accepted the Players' Choice Award voted by the team as an individual who leads by example on and off the field.
It feels good to know that my teammates and all my friends, they just vote for me. I never really expected it because I wouldn't think that I'd be the only one making this team, making the team like me like that, and just because we're all a team together, and it's just good to know that they're there for me like that.
He's a very charismatic kid. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he cares for every one of the kids, regardless if they're a first-year player, second-year player, or a third year, just like he is. He cares for all of them equally, and he has those kids' respect because he respects them.
Even though it was a night for the players, they weren't short of words when it came to talking about their coach.
Mr. Vince Orieux was probably one of my closest people here, one of the closest person I know in the school. Been the second father, always been there, always motivating me, always talking to me, and always getting me ready for the football game. And he's always so pumped up about the football game, and he just loves his players like that. And I'm always happy to see him like that, and all the other coaches there too.
He's amazing. I can't say enough about that guy. He's one of the best coaches I've had through all my years of football. And just the work he puts in, it's going to help me in my football life later and help me as a person when I go on.
Every practice he'd just do what he could to make me progress, both mentally and physically. He made me a better leader, he made me a better player, and he definitely made me a better person as well.
As a coach, you just want to provide kids an opportunity. You want to point them in the right direction and give them the best skills possible, and then see what they can do with those skills. And those kids excel.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Definitely some great young men that have some good futures in the sport of football. Let's move on. There were 3 games on tap in the AJHL, including the Bonneville Pontiacs as they traveled to Spruce Grove to take on the Saints, who just sit 4 points up in the Ponts for that North Division lead. The Saints would have a 2-1 lead in the third when Dallas Smith would score his second of the night to give Spruce a 2-goal cushion, but Tom Kohler would get the Ponts back within 1. 9 seconds to go in the game. Ty Carey would tie it up to force overtime, where Luke Mahura would score the game winner as the Pontiacs complete the comeback. 4-3 the final. Bonneville has taken all 3 meetings against the Saints this year. That's your first look at sports. Gerard is up next with weather.